Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and today we're going to be continuing the build of the high-grade Universal Century Silver Bullet. But today there's going to be a little bit of a twist to the standard formula because I meant to do a Gunpla news video yesterday, but I didn't have time to do it. And I wanted to get the build of this guy done pretty soon so I could have the review up for the weekend, but at the same time, I didn't want to have to upload, 2 videos in one day. So today we're going to do something special, something different. This is probably not something I'm going to continue doing. This is not a change to the format of anything. But today, while I'm building the arms for the Silver Bullet, I'm going to talk to you about what I was going to talk about in last night's original Gunpla news video. So, I'm going to start off with step 1 for the arms, and I'm going to talk about the real grade gold frame Astray, because we now have an official release month for it. It is coming out in March, and I'm very, very excited for that. As far as things we're getting in March, I think that's probably right at the top of the list for me. I love the design. We have a picture of it right now. You'll probably be able to see it on screen right about now, unless I failed horribly in editing this. And we also have a official set MSRP for it of 3,000 yen, so not that bad at all, especially considering the fact that it's a gold frame Astray, although that does also kind of imply that we're probably not getting any plating on the frame, which I suppose is understandable since it's a real grade frame, and those tend to not take paint very well. And where the heck is the F runner? Okay, here it is. So, like I was saying, gold frame, real grade, super duper awesome. I really want to get one when it comes out, and in order to, since they're already doing that gold frame, they're actually going to be reprinting a couple of the premium Bondi gold frames they've done in the past. So they're going to redo, or I guess re-release, or do a second production run, or third or fourth. I actually don't know how many runs they've done of it, but they're going to be doing another run of the high-grade gold frame Amatsu. Not the Mina custom, just the regular old Amatsu. And basically what that is it's like the gold frame Amatsu Mina custom they released at retail, but it has a different legs, and by different I mean they're basically just the standard red and blue frame Astray legs, or rather I guess the red frame Astray legs. So basically it's the gold frame but with this guy's legs. So they just got the rounded kneecaps, they don't have the high-heeled shoes, just the regular old Astray legs. So, if you're into that sort of thing, you can get that. They're also re-releasing, or I guess, again, kind of not so much re-releasing as they are just putting it back up in the premium web shop, the real grade gold frame Astray they did earlier that was basically just a recolor of the real grade blue frame Astray that was just a recolor with some new weapons of the real grade red frame. So if you want to grab either of those, you totally can now. Also over the last few days we've seen several different stages of the revealing of the box art for the Hekija, because somehow this guy named tid-gunpla on YouTube managed to get a hold of one way before release and unboxed it for everyone here on YouTube. If you want to see that, I'll probably have a link to it in the description somewhere. You can go check that out when you're done watching this video. And where is number 4? So, like I was saying, Hekija. So that guy showed it off there, tid-gunpla, he unboxed it. It was pretty cool, I guess. And then we got this kind of, I think it was an official image of it, because they kind of tried to blur out the pilot portrait on it. But then they very shortly afterwards released the full box art for it, because it is actually now out, along with the gun cannon, the gun cannon test type that's got the 2 different sets of cannons and head and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. And also there was a third kit that they just released as well in that batch. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. Oh, I remember now. It was the Luna Gazer. So the Luna Gazer is the third high grade that's out now. All 3 of those are available. So if you want to grab any of those from your Japanese retailer of choice, you can go right ahead and do so now, although they won't be out in America for about another month or so, just because, Bluefin takes a while to get stuff over here, which is totally understandable. But in addition to the box art, we also got a couple new images of just the kit itself, showing off a couple features that, as far as I know, weren't really mentioned or shown off before. One of which is that, just like with the Hyakury, you can actually flip the feet up to make kind of a hover mode. Although this time the feet kind of flip so the bottom of the foot's facing forward, which ends up looking really dumb because there's these big hollowed out sections in the bottoms of the feet, so you're going to need to cover that with some plot plate or something to make it look not really stupid. So that's kind of a bit of an oversight on their part. But overall, it's not terrible, I guess. And also, it looks like it's going to have these little kind of wrist knives that like kind of come out like this from the arms. So they're like folded up, and then they flip out, and they're just kind of underneath the hand like this, so it can slice and slash and stab. Pretty cool, I guess. I did notice they looked like they were silver, and I didn't notice really any other silver on the kit, which makes me think they're probably going to be cast in another color, and I really, really hope they don't have stickers on them, because the problem with stickers on little thin moving parts like that is they tend to wear and rub off really, really easily, and just end up looking really tacky and ugly. But that's not the only IBO kit we got new images of, because we also got 2 new images of the Helmwich Rheincar. Now the first one here, as you can see, is a very, very tall image. It's basically just him standing in kind of a neutral stance, kind of standing at attention rather, and he's got his spear at its full height, and as you can see, it is basically twice the size of the mobile suit. It's kind of funny, actually. But, you know, considering it's like his only accessory he has, I have to say, it does a good job of making up for the lack of other stuff. And speaking of the Helmwich, actually, I've kind of warmed up to the colors on it just a little bit. I'm still not huge on that yellow, but it really doesn't look as bad as I originally felt it was, so that's certainly something. And it looks like I need to put on a sticker here. Where's this going? Okay, so it's going to go right on the outside edge of this, so let me just pop that on. Actually, never mind. It looks like I need to assemble this whole shoulder section before I start putting on stickers. So, let's see, we just take the gray part here, and we take this little shoulder section, we pop this in here, we pop this in right here, and then we take this around this side, and just clip them together, and, okay. Okay, so now I can sticker this up. Okay, I'm not sure how well you guys can see it, but the amount of stickers you had to put on this guy's shoulder isn't even funny. So first of all, there's a black one right down there on the base, and then I have no idea if you can see these. There's not really any way I can light this properly. Let me try it like this. Okay, now you can kind of see it. There's like a blue trim that goes around the inside of that thruster, and there's this big white sticker that wraps around the top. And the white sticker is kind of silly because it's not even immediately discernible from the gray, but if I take it out of the direct light, you can see some difference there. But yeah, this is something you might want to paint, and if you're going to paint it, that's going to be masking hell. But hopefully the rest of the arms won't be quite so bad. And while I'm building the rest of the arms, I think I'll talk about the rest of the news. So, Master Grade Providence Gundam. Apparently the first production run of the kit is going to include an exclusive stand that's shaped like that's shaped like the Zaft emblem. You can see it on the screen right here. I guess it looks kind of cool. It's unpainted gray plastic, which is kind of underwhelming, to be honest, but you know, if that looks cool to you, now's the time to get your pre-orders in, because it's only going to be included with the first production run of the kit, from what I understand, so something you definitely have to jump on if you want to get a hold of it. So also in the news, we have a new Premium Bandai Real Grade. This is the Hekija Repair 2. This is the version you see at the end of Season 2, when Setsuna fights Ribbons once and for all in his newly repaired Hekija. It's got a different sword, it has slightly different legs, the GN cables are removed, and other than that, it's really not that different, to be honest. So, totally understandable. Definitely something I'm not surprised they made as a Premium Bandai release, and I'm honestly okay with it. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of the Repair 2 redesign of the Hekija. I mean, the fact they gave it the green sword's kind of cool, but it's basically the same sword, or at least the same sword blade you get with the double O riser, so it's not like you're missing out on anything there. So, honestly, I think this is actually probably one of the better Premium Bandai releases we've gotten, as far as it just being some fun, trivial little thing that's not really necessary. We're also getting 3 more Premium Bandai re-releases. The first one is the High Grade Build Fighters EZSR Maxima. Now, this is a red sort of modification of the EZSR. Looks really cool, actually. I've always kind of liked this variant. I believe there was also a blue one they did as like a Bandai Hobby Pro Shop exclusive or something like that. It was some kind of exclusive to like I think it was like a chain of hobby shops in Japan that had it. I don't really know the exact details of it, but I do know that's not getting re-released, so unfortunately there's no way to get like the full set of the pair of them. But if you just want the red one, you can pre-order it if you're in Japan, or otherwise you can just stock eBay, and hopefully there'll be some new ones popping up for cheaper than before, because there'll be an influx of new copies of the kit on the market. Also being re-released are the Master Grade Red Zeta and Gray Zeta. Now, as you can see right in front of you, the Red Zeta is a really, really cool looking kit. It's a super, super heavy modification of the Zeta Gundam 2.0. I actually looked at the runners for this. There's like 5 or 6 new runners of material. It is a massive retool, really cool looking. Basically looks like Dark Matter Hekija if Dark Matter Hekija was a Zeta Gundam. Super awesome looking kit. I'm not going to be picking one up just because I'm not a big fan of the Zeta 2.0 mold, and also it's really, really expensive, like at least $120, if not $150 after shipping. So, unfortunately, that's a bit out of my range right now. But if you want that, or the significantly more underwhelming, but I guess still kind of cool, Gray Zeta Gundam, those will be coming back out in February. So, again, keep an eye on eBay, and you might be able to snatch a good deal on one. So that concludes the news portion of this video. Now the rest of this is just going to be me snapping together the arm for the Silver Bullet. Now I did put some more stickers on this. You saw those vent stickers on the shoulders earlier. You had to do a similar thing for this little piece that's going to be going on the forearm. You got blue stickers around the edges, and there's a black one in the bottom. They don't really line up super great. You can definitely see some gray around the edges of them. I have to say, one thing about these unicorn kits, a lot of them are really big, bulky, kind of expensive high grades, like this guy here. I mean, he's a pretty big, pretty hefty kit. They also use a lot of stickers. I mean, pretty much everything from Unicorn was quite sticker heavy. I mean, we got things like the Rosen Zulu, we got this guy right here, we got pretty much everything really from sleeves. Then there's also stuff like the, well, let's see, there was the Nemo, there was, well, I can't actually think of any off the top of my head. I'm just going to throw a list of them up on the screen right about now if you want to see what I'm talking about. But, yeah, a lot of stickers in Unicorn. So anyway, back to the build here. I have no idea. Oh, no. Is it? Yep. Okay. I got it now. There we go. So we got an arm joint. Kind of a long polycap to use for a shoulder joint, but I'm not complaining. It looks pretty cool. So we have this, and we have this, and these go together like this, and then it looks like these go around it. I think so. Do I think so? No. I know so. Because I read ahead in the manual, so I know what I'm doing this time. Now where is this going to go? I say immediately after saying that I read the manual. And I should remove this nub. Okay, so now we're going to drop this over the top, or do we put the polycap on first? Okay, yeah, it looks like we're supposed to put the polycap in here first. That would make sense, since that gives us something to actually drop it down onto. So like this, and with the joint sliding backwards, just like that. Wait, what? Hang on. Is there a front and a back to this? It doesn't look like there's a front and a back to this, so I'm just going to push it on and hope for the best. Now we take this piece, or is it this piece? I think it's supposed to be this piece. Yeah, it's this piece, because we're supposed to take that little stickered up vent, and we're supposed to stick that in here, just like this. And we take this piece here, and stick it in just like this. So we got a little thruster. We got a big sticker thruster right here. And then we have some polycaps that are going to be going in here. So we got this one right here. And we got another one here for the wrist. That's just going to go like this. Is there anything else that goes in here? Nope, looks like we seal it up with the other half of the forearm. So those go like this. These go over the outside like this. This is fun. I like this build. Okay, so he only has a 90-degree elbow, but, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing. Come on. There we go. And now for the hand, which is super easy. If you ever built a high grade, you're not going to be surprised at all with how this guy's hands go together. You just stick the fingers on the hand, you stick the back on the hand, just like that. Stick the hand in there, just like this. Then you take the shoulder, you kind of put it over the arm. Or actually it looks like this is one of those ones where you have to put the shoulder on first, so I'm going to stick the shoulder on here. Looks like, is there a little ridge for it to go on? Yeah, there kind of is. Okay, so that goes there. Arm. Come on. There we go. Arm's on just like that. Now let me just rotate his arm so it's facing the right way. So let me reaffirm that this is on correctly. Yes, it is. Okay, there's one arm built correctly. I got a lot to get. Now I got a lot to still get done on this guy. Tonight we've really only been able to get the arms done. I still need to do the backpack, still need to do the legs, still need to do the weapons. So we do have a little bit that needs to get done in this kit, but right now I'm just going to stamp up the arms so we can finish this up. So there you go, guys. Upper body of the Silver Bullet minus the backpack and weapons all built up. That's all I'm going to do for tonight, but I have to say, so far, yeah, there's been some pretty crappy stickers here on the shoulders and on the arms. That does kind of suck, but you know what? Overall, I think this guy looks pretty awesome, and I'm really happy with how he's coming out so far. So, that's all for tonight's build log. So, leave a like if you enjoyed this weird build log news fusion video. Probably not going to do any more videos like this. I just wanted to do it tonight because I had basically 2 videos at once I wanted to get out. So, hey, 2 birds with 1 stone, you know? So, I will be continuing the build of this kit, ending with a review that I'll hopefully have up on Saturday, unless I need longer to build this than I originally planned. So if you want to see that, be sure you stick around by hitting the subscribe button. That's in the middle of the screen right about now. There's other subscribe buttons either below or beside the video, depending on what kind of browser you're on. If you've been on YouTube for a while, you probably know what I'm talking about, and you shouldn't need to be told how to do that. I've got some other videos that should be popping on the screen right about now that you can go check out. And until then, I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and I'll see you next time.